Try again, shall we? I've just changed my VPN server to see if that helps with the problem. SXTC, so China SXT Pharmaceutical. I don't know, there's no real, I can't see any company specific catalyst, any company specific news event for why it's popped up, but we'll see. Well, if you're over gold, John, you lock it up. That's what I would do. I mean, this is a much smaller float. This is at 500,000 in the float. It is higher relative volume on the day as well. Oh, I need I want Tesla to stay, at least stay under 190 until they open, so I can get out of my my strangle with a profit. Why is that? Yeah, it looks like it's restreamed, got issues. Yeah, Nvidia is smashing things. 620, it's nearly 623. Devil horns on the 2 minute there. There you go, devil horns on the 1 minute as well there. Devil horns. Big upwick on the, and I said I didn't trust it. Trust my gut. John, you know my take on it. It's get green, stay green, get to goal and get out. Now, of course, that doesn't necessarily mean you stop trading right away. You've reached goal. You complete that trade, and if you're over goal on completion, then you walk away. That's how you get on a nice parabolic move that takes you past goal. You ride it out and ride the momentum till you get stopped out, and then is when you lock it down. So get green, stay green, get to goal and get out. I don't trust this. Nice 9 bounce on the 9 there, but I still don't trust it. Okay, Ed, you know, no good deed goes left unpunished. That's what they say, isn't it? So stop trading later in the day, Mike. Very simple. Which is, guys, this is for everybody. Everybody needs to hear this. If you're a new or an intermediate trader, you need to hear this. Trading fatigue is a real thing, okay? If you have a good morning, don't be, you know, if you hit your goal, early doors, pre-market, just walk away. Go and do something that you want to do. You know, go and, you know, down the local pool and swim, or if you've not got your own pool, or, you know, take the dog out or the missus, whichever's your preference. Or your husband, if you're that way inclined, whatever. Don't trade all day long. This is not a 9-to-5 job. Day trading is not a 9-to-5 job. You shouldn't be sat at your desk day trading for 8 hours, unless there's a lot of volatility going your way, in which case you can ride it, but you still want to be taking breaks as well. Trader fatigue is a real thing, so, you know, take regular breaks. And also, make sure you're logging your trades. This is what you need to hear. Log your trades. Use a trade journal ideally, or just use an Excel spreadsheet. Log your day, log your trades, where you got in, why you got in, what time of day it was, everything that you can, log it all, and you can review it, and you can then get, you know, it's great if you use a trade journal, like a Trader View or a Trade Anvil or something like that. I use Trader View and I find it absolutely fantastic. It gives you all the information at the touch of a button. So using a Trader Journal, it'll tell you what time of day you're most profitable. It'll tell you what time of day you lose the most money. If you stop trading when you're losing money, you might find that you're most profitable, your overall profits will go up. Check it out. It also tells you what type of overall market conditions are most favorable to your trading style or trading strategy. So, you know, use the statistics to your advantage. Morning, Alberto. Good morning, Earth and Honey. Well, it's okay. We've started with a green trade. First entry I took, I lost $50, but we made that back and then some. Hey, Orvols. No, I did. Well, if you've ever, once you've got to gold, don't be worried about missing out, because there's going to be another trading day tomorrow. There's going to be another stock moving. There's always another trade to take. So the longer you sit at your desk, statistically, it's proven that the longer you sit in front of your trading workstation, the more chance you're going to lose money. So what we don't want to be doing is losing money. Hey Adam, not bad today. We're good, decent. We've started well enough. But we're just waiting for something nice to move. Hey Tom, how's things with you, buddy? I'm okay. I traded Tesla yesterday, both long and short on earnings. I shorted it first, and then it started to bounce, or went long and reversed with it, and managed to get a nice push, a nice bit of profit trading Tesla's earnings last night, or this morning. For me, it was about 6 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, whatever. It was actually half time during the football, so I was able to trade it. And as it stands right now, my option strangle that I took before close last night is in the money. Couple of K up. Can't get out of it. Can't take the profit yet until the market opens. But Yeah, I'll probably set my stop at 190. Yeah, SXTC I'm watching. I don't trust it. And it's now below VWAP. I didn't trust it on the way up. I watched it moving up and I'm like, there's no catalyst with it either. It's a very low float. I mean, it's recycled its float 5 times over already. 6 times, actually 6 times over. Very low float. But I just don't trust it. A83. Good evening to you from me, and good morning, wherever you are. Good morning, Thomas. Well, you've got other things going on, Alistair, so it should be easier for you to move to a different project. I say should be, because I know what you like, and you're as bad as I am. Hey, Nick. Morning to you. I don't know about that. I mean, on the 29th, it gapped up hard, so it gapped up hard and then sold, and then it sold off after the open. So it was a big pre-market mover, huge pre-market mover. If you look at this on the 60, I'll be able to show you the pre-market move from the 29th. Gone past it. So there's the big move pre-market all the way up, and then it sold off into the open, and it sold off all the rest of the day. So the FMV really was around $2 to start off with, and then it's been below there all this time. Now it's popped up to $3 today. So I wouldn't say that's a bounce from the 29th. I mean, the 29th was what, 3 weeks ago, so no. I don't see the correlation. Yeah, and it's something nice to pop will be good. Looks like LVTX, Lava Therapeutics, is trying to curl back up. Yeah, I'm still in the Philippines, 83. What am I trading, Jasmine? I'm trading equity, stocks and shares. So the only thing I've traded so far is Lava Therapeutics, and it's moving up on the back of a partnership agreement with Merck. And yeah, that's where we are at the moment with Lava Therapeutics. It pulled back, so I got out here. First candle made a low off this move up. I don't like these wicks you see in here are not wicks. That's algorithmic spikes. I don't know why it got another 4 minutes of algo trading after the 8 a.m. Usual scrummage. What was on the come up this morning? Yeah, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Less than half of you have, so come on, let's get that like count up. I know we had a little bit of a little tiny bit of an interruption on the stream earlier, but that's no excuse. Let's get that like count up. We've got an hour before the market actually opens, so let's get another 30 likes. If you've not smashed the thumbs up button yet, give it a quick smash, and let's get to 50 likes before the bell rings. All right, okay. I didn't see that one, Jasmine. They're saying anything about what were they saying about it on the come up? Yeah, well, the UK are instigating a large portion of it. Look, I'm not. I don't like to. I'm a kind of live and let live kind of guy. But at this moment in time, the Zionists in Israel are perpetrating mass genocide on a horrific scale, and it's kind of, there's a hatred boiling inside me for what's going on, and particularly for that, you know, ethnic demographic. So if you look back to the 30s and 40s, the Holocaust in Nazi Germany and across Europe, you'd think that the one racial demographic, the one ethnic demographic that would learn from that and want it to never happen again will be, you know, the Jewish community. And you've got the Israeli Zionists there that are trying to wipe an entire ethnic group off the global surface. And it, for me, why the world? You look at when the last time I remember ethnic cleansing going on this kind of scale was in Bosnia, and the UN stepped in and said peacekeeping forces and marshaled the line so it couldn't happen. Why that's not happened in Gaza, for me, is, look, I don't want to get into a political conversation, but for me, it's absolutely disgraceful what's going on over there. And the UK and the US are complicit. I'm proud to be British, but I'm not proud to be British at this moment in time. It's a disgrace. Anyway, that's just my 2 pence worth. Trent with 20. Don't come in with these deep questions, Century, because I'm just going to get on my soapbox, and it's not good. I'd rather talk about the stock market than the global, geopolitical drama, personally. But, you know. So, Processor Pharmaceuticals have announced completion of Phase 1B safety evaluation of NGC cap in patients with advanced cancer, resulting in recommended Phase 2 doses. That's why PCSA popped up. But it does look to be a bit of pop and drop. So this needs to hold above 220, realistically speaking, on the back of that news. It's micro float, just over 1 million shares in the float. It is slightly higher relative volume already. It normally does about 95,000 shares on an average basis, on a daily basis. It's already over 160, so it's almost double, 2x on the relative volume already. But a bit of a pop and drop, really. Yeah, it might be getting. It did get a bit of volume, but it was on that red candle. Got some volume on this spike, the red candle, so it's the kind of volume top of the day. The biggest 1 minute volume candle, but it was a red candle and it broke a new low. So I just don't trust it. China SXT Pharmaceutical. Me, Lava Therapeutics is still probably the most attractive going into the open right now. Nokia has earnings this morning. So that's moving. SoFi. I'll have a look at SoFi for you, Ricky. It's had a bit of a pop. Not much range on it in terms of volatility. But SoFi's like that. It's moved like 20 cents in the last 5 minutes, but overall it's less than 3 cents on the 1 minute chart on the ATR. So range is a bit of an issue with SoFi for me. Don't be fooled by this big move up. The scale is. I mean, all these markets every two cents. So the scale. An entire pre-market range of 25 cents. So yeah, whole session range of 25 cents. It might be a mover later. It's moving now. Another 250 could be of interest. I'll get in there. Oh, I said over 250 just as it broke and shot up. And the spreads widened. Oh, there we go. Top ticked in again. Only top tick. Oh, Puno, you make me laugh. You really do. What are the analysis on CRGE? Well, my analysis is I'm not trading it. It's $2 stock. It's like it's like less than 20 cents on the stock price. Come on, get me out of this. There we go. Locked a little bit in. Thought I wasn't going to get filled then. Spreads went mental. I'm going to get out there. The rejection at 3. That was a nice little pop. But yeah, I don't touch the penny stocks. For me, it's not worth the risk. A little bit of a unless we fill this wick, I'll probably work for a pullback now. 1 and 2 minute devil horns. We do have IPOs that are scheduled today. Made a little bit on JL yesterday. But CRGE, I stay away from anything under $2. I know some people like to trade from $1 up, but you get below that and it's just not predictable. It just becomes a little bit more, well, horrible basically. What did I get in at? 305, 285. I'll get out. Nice. This is 350 is the high right now. 325 I'll get out. And I'm getting 10 cents on this second half of the yeah, there we go. 1500, not bad. 1500 on that trade. Base hits. Nice one, Alistair. Nice one. We do like that. We do like that. Do you know what, Alistair? I'm seeing you too often. You're coming on here telling me you're 2x over goal. I think you've set your goals way too low. Multiple double horns now. That's multiple time frames. Come on, let's get over that $50. You know you want to do it. A lot of volatility on it. 350, and we get over 350. $45 on the bid. 350 on the bid. Flat topping up there right now. Nice one, Alistair. Just take half that off. Always add that back. Over 3k. We're halfway there, guys. We're halfway there. Now this is moving. We might see $4 before the bell rings. Before the top of the hour, actually, where this is moving. I'll get out below 3. The $50 is my cutoff now. I'm getting at least 10 cents on this. Ooh, my goodness, those spreads went a bit wild. What's going on with these spreads? I had to press the sell button and it didn't execute. I'm actually kind of glad it didn't. Out of that. Oh, tell me about it, mate. Oh, the amount of times, but it's as well with this platform as well. If your focus is on the wrong window and you're trying to press your hotkeys and it doesn't, you're like, what's going on? Or you've got I'm using my hotkeys have got the number keys, and if number lock isn't on. I'm like, why is my hotkeys not working? So simple things that can be so frustrating. Vera no volume at the moment, Puno. Last European. This is Processor Pharmaceutical. PCSA is the ticker. Processor Pharmaceutical. Big move up. Phase one clinical trials is the catalyst. Now we're flat topping again, but this time at the $0.75 position. We flat topped at the $0.50. We're flat topping now at the $0.75. So quarter, half, and whole dollars are very psychological levels when day trading. So just be mindful. There might not be any. Actually, 390 is a level on the daily as well. 360 was support there earlier this month. Just look at this on the daily. You can see here support at this level, resistance here, support here. So kind of $4, just under $4 is, yeah, well, just under $4 is a key level. So if it gets over $4, there's still a gap to fill here. Gap to 450, 440, 450. It needs to get over $4. So this is the daily chart. It's not a bad pullback as it happens. I don't mind that that pullback to the pretty much all the way to the VWAP. Now, if we get this pullback, now we'd be looking for a move up and a support there or not. We've taken our 2K out of it, so we'll look for the next one. Yeah, Vera's not. There's no volume on Vera there, Puno. It's number 4 on the gappers list. We've got right now PCSA, SXTC, and LVTX are the three tickers that are the top of the gappers list. Those are the ones you can see on YouTube at the bottom. So those are the 3 that I've got listed at the bottom. Those are the top 3 gappers this morning. We've had some decent earners overnight. Decent earnings prints overnight. Spirit making moves again. What kind of volume are we on? We're not on great volume, but Spirit Airlines is moving again. I thought this was going to go to $10 the other day, and it didn't quite. It went up to like $9 something. Or was it Tuesday? But still made good money on it. Am I on sell? I just don't understand that question. Are you on sell? What? What does that even mean? That doesn't make no sense. Sorry. Please rephrase the question, and when it makes sense, I'll answer it for you. Yeah, the volume's not great on Spirit, but and the spreads are okay though. Just a little bit of a pop up there. But we'll continue to watch for the next move. I'm just I'm waiting to see something that is moving up nice. So at the moment, Spirit Airlines, I'm waiting for a signal to buy. I tend to be a long bias trader, so if I'm buying something that's moving up to the upside with good volume, good volatility, then that's what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for volatility in the market, and then checking out how it's moving, why it's moving, how much it's moving, and that's when I'll make my decision. Is this a momentum stock that I believe is going to continue? It's certainly enough for me to take 10, 20, 30 cents out of the market. So right now, Spirit Airlines, nice little move up. It's made 5% move up, but it's not very volatile right now. So I'll keep an eye on that. PCSA or Processor Pharma, trying to get back over the VWAP. Don't like the 5-minute chart. So I need to see this back over 350. Which is the previous, the high of the previous 5-minute candle. I'd need to see this back over the high of the previous 5-minute candle. Also was that previous resistance level that we saw here. And we got that flat top. So we've had 2 flat tops, but if it comes up to here and then starts to pull back, you might get this as a shoulder, a head, and another shoulder. It could very well be there now. So under 350, probably not reliable enough for me, momentum-wise. Let's have a look at the market overall, though, guys. Before I put the S&P 500 on, we had the jobless claims came out at 8 o'clock, 8:30, and obviously I was busy looking at other things, and we didn't cover that off. So the markets reacted well to GDP and jobless numbers. And look at the S&P 500, guys. The S&P 500 is breaking highs, not quite all-time highs that it made yesterday, but it's on its way up. It's on its way up. So very bullish market again today. And probably it wouldn't surprise me if we do see all-time highs again, which all it's got to do is break yesterday's highs of 488.77 on the SPY. So the S&P 500 looking very bullish right now. Also, the even more bullish is the NASDAQ 100 tech stocks. Yeah, I'm hoping that Tesla doesn't follow suit, because right now I've got an options strangle on Tesla from earnings last night, and it's currently paying. It's in the money, but only just. I'm like $2 to the good. I've got 10 contracts, so that equates to, like, at the moment, just under 2K worth of profit there. Yeah, small caps. The Russell Index is having a great day today. So small cap stocks are up 1.1% today. So yeah, the market as a whole is very bullish today, guys. Visa's got earnings, Ricky. Absolutely. I hope it works out for you. I think it probably will. I can't exit Tesla right away, Jack. You can't trade options in pre-market and post-market. That's the problem. So I put the option strangle on what was pretty much market price yesterday coming into the close. So I bought the options. I bought some puts just out the money and some calls just out the money, and just a little bit better than break even right now. So I'm about 2K up on the entire position right now. LVTX looking to bounce on the VWAP, curling back up maybe. I want to see this over 250 before I get excited. The range has come right down. It's less than 4 cents. So yeah, the volatility's kind of dropped out of it. Still getting good volume, but it's not as volatile now. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. Morning, Rob. Yeah, but it's on low volume, that one. Art AMSC. I saw it I saw it hit the scanners, but there's just no volume on it. It's less than 350k shares traded all day today. Bit of a spike here in the last five minutes or so, but none of these volume candles are even over 20k on the 1 minute. We've not got 100. We've not passed the 100k on the 5 minute. So yeah, I would say wait for some volume to come in. I mean, it's making a nice move up, 24% up on the day. American superconductor, but it's doing on low volume. So for reliable, profitable day trading, the two essential ingredients are volume and volatility. One without the other, there's no trade. You can take trades as much as you want, but you're probably going to end up losing. So volume makes the breakout reliable, and the volatility gives you the range to profit from. So you need both. You need both. We do have two IPOs that are due to launch today. So we've got CGON is one, and that probably will go live around 11 a.m. between 10:30 and 11 a.m. And we've got PMNT, which is also that's not TMNT, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but that's also due to go live today. Probably will go live a little bit later than the other one, but those are the two IPOs scheduled for today. Yesterday's IPOs. So if you look at this on the 15, you'll see what I'm talking about. We had SUGP, SU Group Holdings sold off, so I couldn't find an opportunity with that one. From where it opened at 450, just didn't do much. But JL managed to get a nice couple of moves on this one. And I got in here, so it gapped up straight away. Then it gapped down, and I got in on this move up here. And then when it started pulling back, I got out. So that was JL, J Long Group. And that was yesterday's IPO. So good day yesterday, nearly 15k in total gross profit yesterday, just under 15k. It's a good day after the earnings. It will be more because if I include the Tesla, I don't include the swing trade on Tesla, the option swing trade, the strangle I've taken on Tesla for the earnings. I don't include that in my day trading numbers for obvious reasons. It's not day trading, but yeah. Tesla may even get up to kind of 191 and change and end up meaning that I get it for break even or even a small loss, but we'll see. If the market continues pumping the way it is doing right now, it probably will drag Tesla up with it. So Spirit Airlines did pull back from the highs slightly. What's the volume on PCA? Well, actually, it's not bad volume, and it's now moving up, testing the highs again. Actually, I should have been paying attention. There's a nice little double bottom on the 20, and entry. Could have got 30 cents out of that. Entry at 340. I'm not too worried about that. I've got my 2k out of that, so. Volume's decent. Range on the 1 minute is 20 cents. So if you can break above the, it's double topping right now. So just be careful. If it can't get over the $0.75 level, it might get rejected again here. So just be careful with it. Tesla's sold on a bad earnings print yesterday. Currently at 189.85. I'll show you where it's actually at. 191.64 is my break even on my strangle. I did trade this yesterday on earnings. It sold off, so I caught this. I shorted down to the bottom, and then I caught the bounce and went long. So that was Tesla. I probably should have just when I got out of the long gone short again. I would have made a nice bit of money on that. But yeah, that's Tesla this morning, down at under 190 at the moment. I want it to stay under 190, and I want it to keep selling at least till the open because of that strangle I've got in. 191.64 is my break-even number, so I need it to stay below 190. I'll make some money on that trade. Just me. So there you go, PGA. Tesla is a poor earnings print yesterday, and it's the market's not taken well to it. No worries, Art. Let's go back to PCSA. Can we get over that 375 now on this occasion? Ooh, what's going on here? No volume. We've already looked at American Semiconductor. I'm forgetting myself here. No volume. So top momentum stock of the moment is Processor Pharma. You don't tend to get the same volatility with pre-market earnings as you do with post-market earnings. So American Airlines, for example, had earnings this morning, and they've moved up about what, a whole dollar nearly this morning, whereas Tesla dropped huge amounts overnight. IBM moved like $10–15 or whatever. I should have traded IBM as well, but I was busy watching the game, so we'll see. But there are some earnings tonight, after hours tonight. Intel being a notable one. So yeah, there's always we're in the middle of earnings season. Quite a busy earnings day today. There's quite a lot of earnings. I mean, this morning we've already had Xerox, Nokia, American Airlines we're just talking about. This evening we've got Visa that was just talking about as well. T-Mobile, Levi Strauss, in terms of coffee table names. Whole bunch of earnings this evening as well. That you know, just be careful if you're trading after hours, because there's less liquidity outside of regular hours. And stops won't work. Just reminding everybody that stop losses don't work in out of hours sessions. I don't think so. I don't think so, Mike. I mean, this was $17 back in at the beginning of December and October, for that matter. And based on the daily chart, market FMV seems to be around $7. Oh, we've got Norwich in the FA Cup, but you should beat Fulham there, Alistair. Well, I'm happy so far this week, and let me just go back to my. Oh, let's have a look at my TraderView. I don't think I've logged into TraderView. Let me just do an import. Okay. Yeah, so I've got five green days in a row on in January now. So a little while to go. We did manage to get we had a winning streak of 10 for crossing the from December through January. We're 5 in a row. So I'd like to finish this week green across the board. We're not doing too bad at the moment. We're 3K up, so we'll see. But this month's not bad at all. Considering I started with 10K and I've made 75, 76K profit, gross profit, in a little over 2.5 weeks. That's pretty good. Yes, I do trade pre-market, Brandon. When there's volatility. December, last few months was terrible for volatility pre-market, so you had to wait for the bell. But yeah, I can trade pre-market and post-market for that matter. Yeah, well, I don't really pay much mind to EMA crossovers, entrepreneur life. They're lagging indicators. They're telling you what's happened. So you can use your EMAs for confirmation. I don't use them for entry and exit signals, that's for sure. There's nothing beats the price action for me. How long have I been trading? It's about 4 years now, full time. Prior to that, swing trade. I've been involved since like 2009 was when I first got involved in the stock market, but I've been full time for 4 years. Come on, guys. So there's a whole bunch of you haven't hit that thumbs up button yet. We've got 20 minutes, less than 20 minutes before the market opens. So look, if you've not smashed the thumbs up button yet, what are you waiting for? You know you want to do it. Do it now. Just smash that thumbs up button. It really helps me out. And yeah, just get it done. I wouldn't worry about the Alistair jinx, because let's face it, I taught him how to jinx people. If it's an Alistair jinx, it's a me jinx, because I taught him how to trade. So it's if he's jinxing me, it's my own fault. That's all I'm saying on that score. So what's my gap and go candidate today? Well, I started this month with 10K, but I just scaled back quite a bit from last year there, entrepreneur. I was, throughout the most of last year, I was starting each month with 100K in the account, a 6-figure account. But I've just scaled back for a little bit of peace of mind. I'm trying to be a bit more conservative. And I started this month with 10K. I'm starting today with 86. So I've made 76K net profit. That's after fees and charges. 76K net profit in January, and I didn't trade the first week. I took the first week of January off, so not bad. Gap and go candidate at the moment. Lava Therapeutics. This is double top. You've got devil horns on the fire. On the why is that a 15? That should be 5. Devil horns on the 15. So I'm thinking might get a sell-off with processor at the open. Could be wrong. AMS, American Semiconductor. If it gets good volume, it's up nicely. It's 28% on the day, but it needs volume. It will get volume at the open, so it's one to watch. SXTC as well. So the top 4 gappers are all holding their gains. So worth watching for gap and go. So that's Processor Pharma, Lava Therapeutics, China SXTC, and American Supercomputer. All four of those are 25% or more up on the day, and they're all holding the gains, a large portion of those gains. So worth keeping an eye on at the open in 15 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Christian, but I'm in a room and there's not much in this room other than me. So I certainly did, Brandon. If once you get some consistency, Trevor, you need to have consistency first before you go full time. It's a part-time gig until you can demonstrate consistency and be consistently profitable. But if you want to go full-time, it's subjective. What do you need to earn to replace your income? And then you want to be looking at what maximum 3% of that as on a monthly basis, on a daily basis as your target. So 2.5% to 3% as your maximum. What I would say is probably look at a 1%. So for example, if you need to make 50k for your annual income to be able to go full-time trading, then you want to be making what's about 200 a day. That'll give you 50k a year if you're making an average 200 a day. And to make 200 a day, you want to be looking at I would say an equity position of about 20,000 or more. So if you start with 10,000, you're looking at 100 a day. So look at 1% gain every day. Now, if you're a bit more aggressive, a bit more experienced, like I would say, I can do between 3 and 5%. It's higher risk, but with that, you want to be half of that as your risk on any single trade. So yeah. Well, Brandon, you only have to look back at my look back through my channel and the lives that I've got on YouTube and the trade recaps on YouTube to find out. I've got the track record that backs it up. So look, all the trading is done live every single day, Brandon. You see me doing it. I mean, this week alone. I've made since Monday 24k on Monday, 10k Tuesday, another 15k yesterday. So yes, just on this week alone, 39k. So yeah, it's 75k this month, but this week alone it's 39. The thing is, you get on some good movers. Yesterday was a nice. In fact, this week's been nice. I've just been patient and really selective with what I'm trading. Didn't have not a single losing ticker yesterday. The big mover was Evaxion, and managed to get 6.5k out of that. And that was but most of that was pre-market. And if you go back and watch yesterday's live stream, it was recorded. You'll see that move all the way up. So you're able to watch that all the way up. Well, my target isn't 10k a day, Ruth, but let's just put it into context, okay? I made 15k yesterday. So I was starting with just over 70k in the account. Yeah, I think it's a TikTok studio thing. Let me just is that better? on TikTok. I'm not sure if that's better or not. Have I just cut off the music? I don't know. To make 10k and to make 10k per day, look, it's not easy to make 10k a day. My results are not your typical trade. Most traders lose money, and most traders are never profitable. So my results are not typical. I'm not sitting here showing you how easy it can be done, because I'm telling you it's not. Which is why when I have red days, when I have losing trades, I show those as well. It's not an easy game. It becomes easier the more experienced you are at it. But it's not easy certainly to start off with. You can't just jump into it. It takes time, it takes experience, it takes knowledge. So it's not a get rich quick scheme. When I first started off, I lost over 30,000 euros, not just dollars, but over 30,000 euros into the market before I actually got consistently profitable. Before I started kind of, slowly, incrementally making profits on a daily. I make it look a lot easier than it is. Yeah, Vera's not got great volume though. That's the problem with Vera. But I'm watching it. But how do you trade this on a little over 300,000 shares today? I mean, there's like 1,000 shares on this 1 minute candle, and it's moved over $1. The spreads are $1. Dollar spreads. I mean, come on. Dollar spreads range 50 cents. When your ATR is less than your spread, come on, really? No, the Vera Therapeutics, too risky. You might want to buy something, but you gamble. Buy 100 shares and write it off. And if it moves, you might make some money. But if you lose it, you've lost it. Don't worry about it. In a little bit of volume on American Semiconductor, not huge though, not enough for me to want to trade it. Like I say, I'm being more selective, being a bit more cautious, a bit more conservative with my trade selection, and it's working for me. Just on my statistics alone, this if I look to my reports, going back to TraderView for my reports, year to date. Before today, 73.4% of my trades were winners. Now, historically, I'm about a 2 to 1, so 2 winners for every loser. This year, this month, I'm 3 to 1. So my trade selection, because I've been a bit more selective, a bit more cautious, my trade selection accuracy has gone up, and quite a bit actually. PCSA is decent volume, but it's not going anywhere. It's below the VWAP. It's had this big sell-off, and it's below the VWAP. So next time it tries 370, maybe a little bit of another move up. We'll see. But I want it above the VWAP for sure. I want it to be above the VWAP and hold. It's decent volume, but it's not great volume, relatively speaking, on the day when you look at what it has been doing, over 150,000 shares a minute earlier. Now, we've got 6 minutes to the open. You can guarantee that Processor Pharmaceuticals is going to get a massive spike in volume at the open, as most stocks do. But I'm just waiting for something that's setting up nicely, because right now, I'm not seeing it. Vera is probably it's got the biggest push, but it's on too low volume, so you can't trade that. The spreads are just wicked wide and whippy, and the volume's just not enough there to warrant trading it. So spreads right now 20 cents, but I saw they were $1 a few minutes ago. So just be careful with this one. Yeah, absolutely, Alistair. Do it. Lock it now. Don't get formed. If something's moving, you can always unlock it and get in, but don't be taking any boredom trades when you're 2x up. Because you know what you'll do. You'll end up giving half of it back. You have the same mentality as I do, degenerate mentality. And you say, okay, well, I'm 2x up. I can afford to risk half of that going for more. You end up giving back half your gains on the day. And you still finish over gold, so it's still a win. But you end up giving half of what you could have. You know, it's a bit like Jim Bowen's bullseye. Come see what you could have won. Used to watch that every Sunday. Today there might be it might be worth just keeping your powder dry until you get some good moves, because there seems to be a lot to choose from, so you can be selective with your trades. Last year in particular, when we had good movers, there wasn't a lot else to go after. So yeah, if you just be selective with your trades, wait for the right setups. They'll stop taking riskier entries, Brandon. Every day is a new day. Don't let the previous day's success hinder your discipline on. You have a green day. Don't let day 2 discipline suffer because you had a good day the previous day. In fact, that's a good reason that you should be reviewing your green day, but you should also be reviewing any red days. You should be reviewing your green day to say, okay, what did I do right and how can I repeat it? Discipline's a big thing. Yeah, did it though. It's moved 20 cents and it's pulling back. So Rumble, it's gone green on the day. Moved up. It's not. The volume's not huge. It's not great. And one spike does not a breakout make. Yeah, it's St. George. There's no volume on it. The spreads are just horrible, and there's no volume on it. It's flat topping up here at 2280, or 2290 even. But there's no volume. There's nobody trading it. 386,000 shares traded all day. I've got 2 minutes left, and you know what? I might just I'm just going to change the scanners over to the regular session. Only got 2 minutes left to wait, so I'll do that. I think Lava Therapeutics and Processor Pharma could be interesting at the open. Let's see what happens. I want to see both of them breaking highs before I get in. So 375 here. It's still not enough volume. Consistent volume. You want consistent volume on Rumble. And it's just before the open, so the last thing you want to be doing is taking what you think is a breakout just before the open, and then it reverses on you heavy as the bell rings, and that happens. People start taking profits because they're up on the from last night. Do I do small caps? What you see in front of you, Christian? Processor Pharmaceutical, these are all small, predominantly small caps is what I tried. Predominantly, I prefer smaller caps to the large cap. I've traded large caps earnings, but small caps for intraday trading. swing trading, you know, and earnings, large caps, day trading, small caps. That's where the volatility is. Volatility and volume is what I'm looking for. So small caps can deliver that in droves. We've just new high of day, new pre-market high on processor, but we've got 10 seconds before the market opens. So let's see what happens. Good luck, everybody. I want to see this over $4. Come on. You know you want to get there. Our spreads are just wicked. There's 4 on the ask. And we get 4 on the bid. There's 4 on the bid and a pullback. Right, I've got a trailing stop in place just to get me the first trade profitable. It takes me a little bit up. I didn't get much on that. Process of the gap and go as it stands right now. For an entry. Nice one all day. What I like to see. Up you go, new high. You know you want to do it. Current high 430, so that's 16, 17 on the ask, 18, 19 on the ask. Ah. Take half off. That's not where I wanted to put that. $0.20 trailing stop in place. That'll do me. Well, extra bit of an extra couple of cents. Well done, Kel. I'll see you tomorrow, Mike. Congratulations on another good day. There we go. I almost cancelled my. I almost got out my Tesla there, Jack. But it was when you reminded. I forgot about it. But when you reminded me, it was it had gone back into the over 191. So now it's selling off. So I'm glad I didn't. So now I'm back in the realms of money, Jack. So cheers, thanks for reminding me. But I've got my I've got the interactive open now, so I can actually cancel that whenever I'm ready, and I'll wait for it. So I've got Tesla open on one side. I've got just the background, if you didn't already know. I took out an option strangle for earnings yesterday on Tesla, and it's now selling off. 205 was the strike price on the puts. I had 210 on the call strike price. So my break even was to the downside was 191.64, I think it is. So right now I'm quids in. Five grand. I'll take 3. Let me just get ready. Yeah, let's have a look at RVSM. Halted. Excuse me. Oh, sorry about that, guys. And let's see. My stop's at 188.60. So thanks for reminding me, Jack, or else I might have just forgot all about that. So when did this halt? Oh, it's due to resume. 650, so that's a small gap up. Let's see what happens. So this is Rail Vision, big mover yesterday. Oh, big mover on Tuesday, but also moved well yesterday. Rail Vision. It's had a catalyst earlier in the week, and we're looking at continuation. So this should resume in about 40 seconds. Yeah, so I got stopped out on Tesla, on my Tesla strangle for a nice profit, just over 3k on that. So happy days. Actually sold. I sold my calls right away as I saw it was moving back up. I sold my calls because didn't get much for them. But there's some volatility on Rail Vision. What's the spreads like? 15 cents. Well, it's edging closer. The obvious resistance is 7. It's a whole dollar. Whole quarter, half, and whole dollars are psychological levels. So you always assume that there's resistance there, even if there isn't. Real Vision rejected at 7. I pulled the trigger as it broke 7. I should have waited for the confirmation in hindsight, but let's see. What broker do I use to trade leverage on, Christian? I'm using Capital Markets League Group, CMEG, Capital Markets. There's a link. If you go into my profile, there's a link tree there you can click on, and there's a link to get access to capital markets there as well. No PDT restrictions, so no pattern day trading restrictions on capital markets in CMEG. So if you've got a smaller account, less than 25k, then they're a good option. They're an offshore broker, but they're a good option. I don't know why I've done that, but that's going to be a break even. I lost $100 on it. I set the stop way too tight. I wanted to put 20 cents in there, but I ended up putting 10. What else is moving? RVSN's the big one. This is the momentum stock right now. Rail Vision. What stock is it? RVSN. I've just said Rail Vision. And you get up to 6 times leverage with CMEG, whereas someone like Interactive, many of the other brokers, non-offshore brokers, only give you like 4 times leverage. So that's another advantage of CMEG and the likes. Let's retest 7. Let's go over it. 10-cent spreads. And the rest keep moving. You know you want to move. Up you go. Locked in half. It's a 20-cent stop. That's the one I wanted before. Good stuff, and it's getting decent volume as well, which is what I was saying earlier, Alistair. Is it's one to watch at the open because it could get good volume. So yeah, I'll keep the 20. I think the 20-cent stop is fine on this. Given that the spreads are ranging between 5 and 10 cents. The range is 30, so I'll stick with the 20-cent stop until I get stopped out. I'm in a nice profitability mode here, so we're at 4K locked in. So far, the accuracy is 100% again today. So nice trading again today, Tony. Pat on the back for you. Good stuff, Alistair. You're finally learning. Locking that in. Still got the 20-cent stop in place. I love trailing stops. You've got to enjoy trailing stops. You've got to like trailing stops. It's a wonderful invention. It's like printing money. Happy days. I've only got 2,500. I'm not even being that aggressive. I'm being very conservative. But look at this. It looks like it's going to get to the halt level. It's at the halt level right now, and it looks like it's going to halt to the upside. Let's hope it doesn't gap down. Look, it's not halted yet. There's a few trades going through, but it looks like it's going to halt to the upside. And there you go. So we've got $8 resumption, but that could change. It's probably going to be it's 5-minute halt. It's going to be almost level on resumption, and look, I've got to be happy with that entry and that trade. So where did I get in with RBSN? So $7. Happy days. Not even $7, $6.95. My first entry was $6.95 here, and then got stopped out for $6.91. I lost $100, so I got back in for $6.95. I was actually trying to get the break of $7, and I did. Took some profits, added back, took some more profits, and away we go. So we're up there. right now, pretty much a level resumption as it stands. I do have a 20-cent trail on this, so worst case scenario is I lose $500 off the unrealized value. So I'm still going to get a $1,200 trade locked in, which just happens to be I need 1275 to get me to goal. So got in at the halt. Well, I hope it gaps up for you then. All day. So this 48 will come back at 53. PCSA looking at creating a nice little bullish move here. Oh, just as it's looking at creating a nice little bullish move, it bangs up, absolutely jumps into a upwards halt. So that's lovely. If you were in PCSA, well done. That was a great little move. Halted to the upside, and it looks like it's going to gap up at least 10 cents. So yeah, well done if you're in PCSA, processor pharmaceutical. So processor and Rail Vision giving us some nice trading today. Anything else there? Yeah, so American Superconductor is breaking highs or testing those highs. It got rejected at 1375 previously. Looks like it's just broke 1375. The new high of day 1380. So American Superconductor is moving up nicely. It's actually since it started this run up from the drop at the open, a drop and pop is what I like to call this. It's adhering fairly well to the night. So the American Semiconductor. This the American Semiconductor. The ticker is AMSC. Lava looking to break the VWAP. Don't get in for the break of the VWAP. You want it to test the VWAP as support. So after a candle that closes out above the VWAP, you want in the next candle to make a high after that. Not the one that you don't get in on a candle as it's crossing the VWAP. So it's just not. It's not right now. It's not confirmed over the VWAP. So what you want to do is this is going to close above the VWAP. So it has done. So now you look for an entry. I won't be looking for an entry because I'm going to be watching my resumption on in about 10 seconds on Rail Vision. So it looks like pretty much a level resumption. So let's see if it continues up or if I get stopped out. If I get stopped out, it should take me to goal. Oh, bit of slippage. So I'm 500 away from goal. So a little bit of slippage there. A lot of slippage into a halt down. So I'm 500 away from goal. So it's still a good day's trading so far. Oh, false halt. Halt now. It's 709 to the halt to the downside. 867 to the upside. So if it does get a new high of day, this might move up, but I think it's probably going to move down. 661 is now the down halt. Rail Vision, that was glad I had this, and that's why you have stops in place, particularly on volatility halts. So I did a bit of slippage, 20-cent slippage from what I expected. So that's RBSN. Let's look at Princessa or Processor. So Processor, this should resume in about a minute. So we'll come back to that. Going back to Lava, what I said about looking for the next high. This is why you don't. The one that the candle that crosses the VWAP is not your entry, it's the confirmation. So it got rejected and came back and back below the VWAP. So that's why you're looking for that confirmation rather than the break. Right, let's go to Processor. One of 3 stocks I've traded today, and Processor is the most profitable so far. Oh, I missed this big pop, even though I switched it on and I wasn't quick enough. There you go. So this looks like it's going to be a level resumption. You will probably get a bit of a pullback and then a continuation. So just be careful, mind your risk. Any moment now. There you go. There's the pullback. There's the continuation. There you go, I'm over gold. And that's me done for the day. Into another halt to the upside. So also false halt, false halt. So that resumption, because it's a level resumption, you're looking for that pull. When it shows on the montage the resumption levels, so you see the imbalance, and if it's going to resume level, you always expect that pullback, that liquidity grab, and then when it breaks new highs on the way up, that's your entry level. So that's where I got in. I didn't get filled right at the new high, but I did, and then it broke $5. And as soon as I got over 20 cents, and that was my target, was 20 cents, I just came out and I'm over gold. So that's the logic behind that quick trade there. What is my average this month? So average daily gain this month in the last 2.5 weeks, 7,375 and 11 cents. 11 cents is count. So we're averaging over gold, which is a good thing. I got cocky, to be fair. The first week I got cocky, and then instead of trading properly or more conservatively, I had three red days, and I was able to minimize them, but it was just a wake-up call. The moment you get overconfident with the market is the moment that the market humbles you. So just stay humble with the market. Don't be getting cocky with it. I mean, first 2 trading days of this month, I more than doubled my account, and that's not normal. So just fortunate enough to get on a parabolic mover that goes up like 400-500%. So there's the devil horns. Needs to fill this wick. It's got 20 seconds to fill this wick. Don't think it's going to. There's your devil horns. If the up wick wasn't and the hammer and the red hammer wasn't enough of a reversal indicator, these devil horns should be. Be careful. You might get a push up back to $6 and then a hard flush. Four times gold today all day. I think your goals are. No, Alistair, I'm thinking the same thing myself. I'm not really thinking about. I'm over goal and I'm locking it in. I don't know why. I'm just not normally I've got the degenerate head on me and I want to go in for more, but I've just not got the app. I think it's because I'm tired. I was up until 6 a.m. My time. So, and then I was up again early this morning. So I'm a little bit fatigued today. So that look, a 6K day is a fantastic day. That's why the goal is set at that. So yeah. %18 daily gain, Alistair. Come on, that's 18% daily. Just think about that for a second. 18% gain in a day. Hedge funds will manage your portfolio and they will offer you 10% a year, 10 to 12% annually, not per day, annually. So day trading gives you that ability to outperform the market, providing you have a strategy that works. Why would I buy PayPal, Niall? Just give me one good reason to buy PayPal. I mean, it's choppy sideways, going nowhere today. So give me one good reason to buy PayPal now. Is it because you're holding bags up at like $64 or something? Shut up, Ed. I'm not old. I'm still in my 20s. They say you're as old as the woman you feel, and that's why I'm still in my 20s. You know what? I actually, in my mind, I still feel like I'm in my 20s. I still feel like I'm 26 or something, and still feel like I can do the things I could do in my mid-20s. Then my body says no. Computer says no. Well, good day all round. I mean, my Tesla Strangle from last night was profitable too. Yeah, okay, Matt. Okay, now, well, good luck with that. I hope it goes absolutely to the moon for you. Well, this is day trading. You're talking about a swing trade or a longer-term investing. We're looking for momentum intraday. There's nothing on PayPal from an intraday momentum day trading opportunity. It's sideways choppy around the same price as it closed yesterday. It's going nowhere, and quite frankly, no opportunity, no volatility, no opportunity. That's the thing with day trading. PCSA looking at testing those highs again. Still don't trust it though. After these devil horns here are still making me feel like there's a reversal imminent. CC, I think your goals are too low as well. Maybe it's just that we've got a nice bull market conditions and everybody's finding it a little bit easier to trade profitably at the moment. That's why we're all getting 2, 3, 4x gold on a daily. Bull market conditions like this, they're not every single day. So just make use of them while you can. Talking of bull market conditions, the S&P 500 up there at 487. .34, no, a third of a percent up, 0.33% up on the day. What would I say my goal should be on a $500 cash account all day? Your goal should be to stay afloat. Your goal should be to keep $500 in your cash account, because $500 is day trading. $500 is nigh impossible. It's extremely difficult. Extremely difficult. Yeah, there's six green days in a row, Ed. 6 in a row. After this one will be nice low commission day as well. So yeah, we'll be over 90k in profit. on the month of January, and we've got what, 3 days left? No, 5 days left? No, 4 days left. 4 days left. January. Wednesday is the last day of January, isn't it? Next week, or is it Tuesday? Oh no, Wednesday. I was right. 31st. It's 31 days in January. Oh yeah, the 31st. So we've got 4 more trading days left. Yeah, absolutely all day. With a small account, if you've got less than $1,000 in the account, it's the goal. Learning to trade, and I've used this analogy on this channel so many times, learning to trade, you treat it like learning to swim. The objective to start off is to stay afloat. You don't want to be, diving in and, trying to swim the full length of the pool. You need to try and stay afloat. And when you start, you're able to stay afloat consistently, treading water, then you can lean forward or backwards and start to move. Learning to swim and day trading as analogy is a good one. So staying afloat is what you want. Once you've got that level of consistency and you can see consistent profitability by using the same principles you use to stay afloat and slowly increasing that account size, the commissions and charges that you incur from trading will not eat into the profits, and the profits will then start to grow your account. So it's a slow process, but it does turn and go parabolic. It grows exponentially, because you then have, particularly if you've got a margin account as opposed to a cash account, you definitely see the exponential swings, because you get any gains that you make, you get the multipliers on those gains as well for your buying power that allows you to be a little bit more aggressive week over week over week. But on a cash account, you want to be staying afloat. You're on a cash. Nice snap, my love. Oh, that was funny. If you guys could see what I just saw, it's funny. The most beautiful girl on the planet, and she looks like Wurzel Gummidge. Oh, there you go. Why do I trade these below $10 stocks instead of large caps, Brandon? Volatility. Simple as that, Brandon. Volatility. Because for a $5 stock or a $10, $5, $6, $7 stock, a $5 stock moves 100%, it moves $5. Okay? It happens all the time. A $50 stock to move 100%, it's going to move $50. Doesn't happen all the time. So volatility is what you tend to find is lower price stocks have got smaller floats. So when they do have a good news day and they have a catalyst that makes the market sit up and pay attention to them, in bioscience, for example, it could be that they've got a patent granted, or they've got really good clinical trials have completed, or it could be that they've got an activist investor's just taking a stake in the company, or whatever it is. A good independent company-specific catalyst can move these lower price stocks, lower float stocks 100, 2, 3, 4, 500% in a given day. So the volatility, that's what we're looking for. Two things you're looking for to be a profitable day trader is volatility and volume. With a smaller, particularly with a smaller account, volatility and volume. The volume makes the breakout moves reliable, and the volatility creates the range that you can profit from. So that's why I trade these sub $10 stocks instead of larger caps, Brandon. I do trade larger caps. I traded Tesla over earnings, but I tend to trade larger caps. I tend to swing trade, or I'll use options on them or around earnings. So I took an option strangle. I took 10 calls, 10 calls and 10 puts with before the close yesterday on Tesla. Both of them slightly outside the money, and it sold off overnight. And this morning I was able to get $3,000 out of that. It's a 10% gain because the cost of that trade was about $36,000, and I made $3,300. So it's about 10% profit on that trade. Sorry, Zach, it's not the mic, it's not me, it's TikTok Studio. If you jump across to same mic, same feed, jump across to YouTube, you're not getting it. It's the TikTok Studio at the moment for whatever reason. TikTok's creating a lot of echo, and I can only apologise for it. I tried a $500 account. It's very difficult. I found it very difficult. I get to a certain level, and I was trying to grow it too aggressive, and it was distracting me from my main account by trying to grow it too aggressively. So I reckon I could do a $500 account and grow it, but it would be a very slow process. You're looking for, you know, $50, $25, $50, $30 a day, percentage wise on a $500 account can be done. But it's look, for me, it's wasting my time. You know, if I'm making $50 a day, it's just a waste of my time when I've made $6 today. No, I did an option strangle there, Brandon. So just before the close, Tesla was up at 207. So I bought calls with a strike price, expiry tomorrow, but with a strike price at 210. I bought 10 contracts, strike price at 210, and then I bought puts with a strike price at 205. So both of them slightly outside the money, either side of the market price at the time. That's known as a strangle. And then with earnings, I didn't know which way the earnings were going to go. So it was either going to go up or down. Go figure. It sold off overnight, and my break-even price, which covered the cost of the contract, was $191.64. So that was my break-even price, where I could sell all my contracts for the 36k that it cost me to buy them, and everything less than that is in the money, still in the money, because I mean those put contracts are in the money from 205 and below. But it was still in the money, but I was actually making money on anything below 191.64. So it went all the way down, and I got out. I got out for a little over $3,000 in profit. So just under 10% gain. Like, if you can get a trade that gives you 10%, that's a good trade. 10% of its value, that is. Trading options is different to trading trading the actual underlying asset. You get much bigger leverage, but also you're risking everything that you're putting into it, because your options can expire worthless, which is why you look for some more complex options trading strategies like a strangle or a straddle or other, you know, options trading strategies. I like strangle and straddle strategies around earnings time. If you don't know beforehand which way it's going to go, or you've not got an indication which way it's going to go, it's a good way to make a good profit if you believe it's going to be particularly volatile around earnings, and they typically are. So that's a strangle's a good option, or a straddle's a good option around earnings time. Well, everybody and his dog knows that Pelosi's doing insider trading. Yeah, so if you're trading options and you're on a particularly volatile stock, buying a call and a put at the same price, at the same strike price, you've only got to cover the cost of the contract. before you're in the money. So it's only got to move a small percentage before you're actually in the money. And then any further movements is profit. But again, like I say, you can doing it that way, there's always that little bit of a risk where it doesn't have the volatility. It doesn't move enough. So you end up losing, or if you hold on to them hoping for it to make that move, they could end up expiring. And that's a very real, when you've got a short time frame. Like I took the contracts for expiry on Friday, knowing that Wednesday was the earnings day, specifically because of earnings, and that's where the volatility is going to come in. That's why I took the strangle position, and that's it's a good way to trade higher cap stocks for a lower price, a relatively lower price, if you've got the funds available, and knowing full well that you're going to make, or you've got a higher chance of making it. Nothing's guaranteed, but if you believe something's going to be more volatile. I was a bit disappointed, to be fair, after the Tesla earnings. So I actually traded the underlying stock itself, and I made a nice profit yesterday on the sell-off and the bounce. So when it bounced, I thought, okay, it's moving back up. Those contracts are going to be worthless. I'm not going to make any money on that strangle, and I potentially could have lost 36k, which is the risk with options. Whereas if you're buying the underlying stock, it's very rarely going to go to zero before you get out of it. So you've still got the price of the asset that you buy, the underlying asset. You've still got the price of the underlying asset. Even if you're losing money, you've still got equity in the position that you can sell it and recover some of those funds. Whereas with options, if it didn't move at all, or if it continued around 207, then it would have just ended up expiring worthless for me, and I potentially could have lost 36k because they're expiring, and I'm losing on the state of decay in terms of the time scale. I'm losing value of the contracts until tomorrow when they just expire worthless. Yeah, extremely slow process on a small account, Cal. It depends. It probably means, so if commissions are more than your profit, it means you're not profitable enough. It depends on what you're trading. Okay, so you've got to put this into your risk, factor this into your risk. So if you work out what your target price is, and based on what your share size is going to be, and how far of a move that's going to be, you can work out approximately what your charges are going to be and factor that in. Is your target price going to give you enough profit to cover the cost of the trade? If your target price isn't going to cover the cost of the trade, then your target price is wrong, because the cost of the trade is part of the risk management that you should be setting. So if it's going to cost you $10 to make a trade, for example, commissions, ECN fees and everything else, then you need to be making at least $15 in profit. So it's a net $5 profit. So you need to factor in that when you're calculating your risk. It's not just about your spreads and the volatility of the stock and the range of the stock, and what you need to factor in the cost of your, what is you hoping to, where you take profit. Is it going to be 10 cents up on the share? And if it's going to be 10 cents up on the share, let's say you're taking 100 shares, 10 cents up on the share is only $10. So if your commissions are going to be $10, then you need to be looking for 15 cents on the share with 100 shares. Or you need to be looking for 20 cents on the share for 100 shares. And that way you're going to cover the cost of the trade as well. So it's not so much that if in general your commissions are bigger than your profit, does it mean you're risking too much or too little? It means you're not factoring in the commissions into your risk management process. Oh, here we go. We've got Spark popping up on low volume. everything's just moving sideways at the minute. So we've got a couple of IPOs due to go live. They're not live yet, but in the next half an hour, I'm expecting CGON to go live. It's looking like it will start trading around $23, give or take. The IPO price is $19, so it looks like it's going to be starting a little bit up from the IPO price. PMNT not priced at all yet, so we will see. Should go live in the next hour or so. Worth keeping an eye on. I'm actually quite tired today, so which is I'm over goal, so I've locked my montage, and I probably won't do any more trading today. So I'll give it another 10 minutes, and then I will lock it up, and we'll be coming back again tomorrow. Actually, let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look at the statistics. While we're not getting anything moving of any note, let me bring you across on the. Just bear with me 1 second whilst I get these across here. So let's change the view here. And so, okay. So this is the link tree. If you're wondering how to get to the link tree, these got all the links. These links are also in the description if you're watching on Twitch or Rumble or YouTube or whatever. But the link tree is pinned. This link is this web page is pinned in the chat. The link tree, and you can get here. It's also in my profile if you're watching on TikTok. And you can email me directly if you want to reach out to me. I've got my the Facebook group there. You've got my Twitter account. Does anybody call it X? I don't call it X. I still call it Twitter. Is anybody else calling it X? Because you know, as I say, I'm still calling it Twitter. I might be the only one. Check out the merch if you want to carry on supporting the channel. Do you trade with Tony? Are you enjoying the content? Get a hoodie, a coffee cup, or a hat, whatever it is. Lots of with my various slogans on it. Just a fat guy on the internet for a hoodie like this, and lots of different colors that you can get. So just a fat guy on the internet. That is me, by the way. I am the fat guy on the internet, not a financial advisor, not offering financial advice. Just a fat guy with an opinion. So check out the merch store. Get your mugs and your hats and your beanies and whatever. I'll come back to these stats in a moment. If you want to learn how to trade my way, then by all means come join the Day Trade with Tony community. You get access to my lecture material. You get access to the reading material that I used to learn how to trade. You get access to the private trading forum on Discord, and you get access to me as a mentor. So Day Trade with Tony, it's $120 a month, or $300 a quarter, or a grand a year, whatever you want to do. $120 a month, $300 a quarter. It's over 20 hours of lecture material, covering all the relevant topics, risk management, stock selection, what to look for when you're selecting stocks, setting up your charts, how to read charts, etc., understanding, you know, various triggers and how to recognize those windows of opportunity, the chart patterns, intraday chart patterns, trading strategies that I like to use, a whole chapter on scanning for stocks, which I'll come to in a second and talk to you about that in more detail. Big thing, trade management and the psychological game, how to manage the psychology of trading. It's not easy. It's a mental game, and it requires mental discipline and mental skills which are not common. You have to learn them, you have to train them, and do it that way. A bit more technical when we're going to start talking about level 2 and hotkeys and the likes. Level 2, time and sales, how to use it, why you want hotkeys. Trading as a business. Advanced technical indicators. Predominantly, I used advanced technical indicators like Bollinger Bands, RSI, MACD. They're great for reversals, and intraday reversals and things like that. And then an introduction to options trading as well. So that's the Day Trade with Tony. So check that out. Benzinga. Check out Benzinga free for 14 days. What is Benzinga? Well, this is how I've got Benzinga set up. This might look, if you're new to this, this might look like a whole bunch of nothing, but this is Benzinga. So Benzinga tells it's scanners and signals and alerts that tell me what's moving, when it's moving, how much is moving by, why it's moving, etc. So here I've got my gap scanner, which is the biggest movers on the day based on yesterday's closing price. I've got my surging scanner, so the last 15 minutes, the consistent movers to the upside because I'm a long bias trader. You can change that around, of course. But I've got my momentum scanner. You can see at the moment there's a lot of red here, stocks that are selling off. So this is what the stocks are doing that have the most momentum and in which direction and by how much, etc., etc. Then I've got my signals, price spikes, volatility halts, etc., etc. And then rolling news. So all this coming out in real time, and the stock's changing in real time. As you can see, real time there. This is Benzinga. So go check that out. I swear by it, and let me know if you want a discount code. But try it out free for 14 days, and if you like it and you want a discount code, give me a shout. I've got some really good discount codes at the moment. So let me know, and I'll get you a discount code for Benzinga. Now, under that one, the link is TraderView. So what is TraderView? It's a journaling platform for journaling your trades, and I swear by it. So I've got this mapped out for this year alone. So I'm just going to look at January, and you'll see right now that I came into January with 10k. I made 50% on my first day. I then doubled the account, more than doubled the account actually, on the second day. So I started January really, really well, and I got a bit cocky with it. So then I had 3 losing days, either side of Martin Luther King federal holiday, and it kind of just gave me a kick in the pants. Said you're supposed to be a bit more conservative. You said you were going to take it easy the first 3 months of the year and be a bit more conservative. So I got back green, and I've had a really good week this week. Locking in another day over goal, 6k today. So what does that tell me across the month? What am I doing? Well, this is gross, by the way. This is not net. So based on this, I've paid like already 12k in fees and charges across the month. So 88k gross profit. You can see here 3 out of every 4 trades I take are winners. Today it's another 100%. So 3 trades taken, 3 trades successful. My hold times haven't changed from last year or the year before. I'm averaging an hour in a stock before I get out. Profit factor 4.6, and K ratio for some reason is under 2, but I don't know. So maybe I know what that is. My risk rewards a bit out of a good K ratio is 2 or above, where you're actually risking less than what you're getting. So in terms of win loss, actually you can see what's great about this. If you're not using TraderView, you trade Anvil, there's a whole bunch of different platforms you can use. It's fantastic. It really is. Okay, just check it out. And again, it's a freemium service, so you can log a bunch of trades for free and check out the statistics. But what's great about this is you can look at it days times. So at the moment, this is a small subset, but you can look at the days times and time of day where you're taking your trades, trade distribution, performance, where you're actually making the most money. Right now between 8 and 10 o'clock. So I can actually break this down in 15-minute sessions if I want to, and I can say, okay, where am I losing the most money? Between 8:45 and 9 is where I'm losing the most, but I'm actually making the most between 8:15 and 8:30, and then after that between 9:30, right at the bell, 9:30 to 9:45. So those are the 2 most profitable times. Small subset, granted, but it gives. If I look at this from the beginning of last year, for example, and you can see this. So big numbers, but you look at the subset here, and you can see profitable times overall. 7. Let's have a look at this from a 15-minute point of view. I mean, you can see wasn't faring too well at the open last year. Why was that, do you think? Being a bit too aggressive and not as selective with my trades. So I actually was losing money between the open and in that first 15 minutes of the open. They're making the most money between 9:45 and 10 o'clock. So my most successful period of the day was actually slightly losing. Was the first 15 minutes of the open was the biggest red moment, and then my biggest green moment is the following 15 minutes. So it goes to figure that taking a look at some of those trades has helped me just kind of redo my thinking and get rid of that losing at the open and be selective, and maybe just I'll lose a lot less this year, and I'll make a lot more in the long run. So Brandon, what do I put my money into besides stocks? So in the long term, I've got a long-term portfolio. I've got about 6 or 7 stocks in my long-term portfolio, and ETFs as well. I've got a couple of other businesses as well. I've got some other assets that are making money, income streams as well. The course, as I just said there, Brandon, is $120 a month, and it's or it's $1,000 a year, or it's $300 a quarter. If you want the best value, I would say $300 a quarter. Why is that? Because you can cancel any time throughout the year, but it's going to take you at least 3 months. So that's why I say that's probably the best value. Now, back to what we're talking about here. We did have a drawdown earlier in the we got a little bit of drawdown with those 3 losing days, but it's a very good curve at the moment. My risk versus reward here in terms of gains is it's almost a 4-to-1, which is fantastic. The trade accuracy here, as you can see, 3-to-1, but the gains versus loss is almost 4-to-1. So I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time with the stocks at the moment, and the trading, just being a bit more conservative, as I say. It's working in my favor. So let's go back to the chat. Where are you, stream? Okay. So, curious how often do I withdraw from your account to pay bills? It's monthly. Jay's link. The end of each month, so what I tend to do is whatever profit I've made on the month. So as a rule of thumb, whatever profit I've made on the month, I'll withdraw that. I'll send on the last Friday of the month. I'll finish trading around 1 o'clock, usually, because in the afternoon it tends to get a bit, Fridays tend to get a bit low volume and a bit crap. You don't get many big movers. When you do, I'll take advantage of it. But what I'll do is I'll work out what profit I've made on the month, net, and then I'll withdraw that on a monthly basis. And I'll break it out into three big chunks. So a third of it I'll reinvest long term. And then a third of it, I'll set that away, and I'll put that away for the tax man, for when the tax man wants his pound of flesh. That's going to be a lot less going forward, but at the moment I'm still officially based out of Ireland, so put that away for the tax man. Then another third is mine, so I can do with what I want with that. So that's monthly basis, Jays. So yeah. That's what I do on a monthly basis. So that's why I will be starting February with 10K, and I will be starting March with 10K. So it makes it a bit more realistic for you guys, but also it's keeping me disciplined in terms of trading. I'm only going to be taking the best setups. Now, not every setup is a profitable one. Not all stocks break out. You can have a fantastic pattern and it goes against you. So you're going to have red days. You're going to have losing days. You're going to have days that, where was RDS? Okay. You're going to have days where you lose money, and that's inevitable. And that's just part of the game. That's part of trading, is managing those losses and coming back from it stronger. So the best traders, and certainly the ones that I know, are the ones that can take a smack on the nose, can take a punch in the nose, and then get up the next day and trade as if it didn't happen. So every single trade, you need to have that mindset, is that whatever just happened on the last ticker doesn't matter. Whatever just happened on the last entry doesn't matter. It's new, it's fresh, it's a new trade. Okay? Next day, if you lost money on the previous day, it doesn't matter. That's gone. You can't fix it. You can't change it. It doesn't matter. Today's a new day. Today's a new stock. Today's a new trade. Whatever. And you've got to have that mindset. It's like losing trade. We'll treat it like the roulette. And they'll say, okay, I'm putting it on black. I'm putting it on black. I'm going to double up on black. They'll use the martingale system because they think probability-wise, it's going to break their favor. It's not hit black for 5 spins in a row. It's definitely going to hit black now. It's due on. No, if you have that mentality and mindset, you're going to lose money. So what you do is you look for the best opportunities for something to break out, knowing full well it might not. And by doing that, you're putting the odds in your favor, and you're spinning the roulette wheel rather than betting on the outcome of the roulette wheel. You are the house instead of the punter. If you go in with it and looking at it like a probability, it's due my way, then it's just gonna take money from you. And the best way to keep your money and make more of it is risk management. So you manage your risk, you manage your losses. If you get into a losing position, you cut your losses. And that's one thing I didn't do. I went through a phase last year of holding on to losers too long, still cut them. And very often what will happen is you'll get to a point where you're getting a bit nervous, you're holding it too long, then you end up cutting it for a big loss, and then it turns around and bounces and moves up, and you kick yourself and you get FOMO. You think, I should have held on to it. No, you shouldn't have held on to it. You should have cut it way beforehand, at the point that your initial trade plan was in. Then when it bounced, you could have got back in and rode it back up again. That's what you should have done. But no, you get FOMO because you cut it and you've lost money. So, but don't do that. Manage your risk effectively, cut your losers quick, and let your winners run. That's what I would say. 50% to the misses. No, it's 100% to the misses, Alistair. She's already told me categorically what's mine's hers and what's hers is her own. You know? Oh. You said it in jest, but you know what they say, many a true word spoken in jest, and that's a true word. But what's funny is seeing her get her own comeuppance as well, because the little one still... She got some expensive makeup, and she's 2 years old. She looked like a clown the other day with all this expensive makeup she put on herself, and it was like, right, okay, what are you gonna do? At least it's hypoallergenic. But clear mind moving up. If you like those lower price stocks, clear mind moving up. And it does have history of making big pops, being quite volatile. I'm not trading it. In fact, I'm not trading anything for the rest of the day. I'm going to wrap it up now, so I'll be back at it tomorrow. I'll be back at it tomorrow at 8 a.m., which basically means if you want to join me tomorrow, you've got to get up and join me at 8 a.m. So I'll be trading, I'll be in the Discord from about 7 a.m. So if you're in the Day Trade with Tony, if you're either a Day Trade with Tony student or you're a member on the YouTube channel, you get access to the Discord that way. I'll be in there from 7, sometimes between 6 and 7 o'clock. I'm up and I'm at my desk. Usually at that time, I'm kind of flitting between stuff, so I'm just getting set up. but I'm usually at my desk trading from 7 a.m. I go live from 8 a.m. So come join me here on this channel live 8 a.m. every single day, and we'll do it all again. This is 6 green days in a row. So we're putting a nice little green streak together. We need 4 more green days. So that means see out the month green, and that will equal the green streak, the last green streak that I had. Then we can look at extending it further from there. So the last time I had a green streak was 10 days at the end of last year to the other part of this, and I want to equal that or better it. So come back tomorrow and we'll have another green day hopefully, and we'll do it all over again. In the meantime, guys, take it easy and enjoy the rest of your day too.